What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is the Real House. No, it's not. It ain't the Real Housewives or nothing. It's Married to Medicine. Season 9, episode 7. And so we are still in Vegas. The ladies are still in Vegas, child. And we're going out to dinner, and we're trying to figure out how we're gonna resolve the Heavenly issue. They still trying to figure out how to get Heavenly to understand what her issues are and what the problem is. They've all agreed that the intervention was not effective. They all agreed that Brunch was a disaster with Contessa and Heavenly sort of getting ready to go to blows. But they still feel like Heavenly doesn't get it. And we still need Heavenly to figure it out. So they said, listen, we're just going to go out to dinner tonight. We're going to have a good time. We just have to figure that out later. So they all going out. Now, listen, I ain't about to critique everybody's outfit, but child, what did Toya have on? Toya's skirt. First, I said, is it a skirt? Is it a dress? Are they shorts? But it literally, whatever it was, it literally stopped right under her cheeks. And I said, well, if it was shorts, maybe it's not so bad. It's just some booty shorts. That's like a cute little, like, dressy outfit. But, sorry, my eye. But then it was like, it was a skirt. Like, I don't know what it was, but whatever it was, I said, well, damn, Toya. But they went to Barry's, a restaurant called Barry's, and named after the chef Barry. And he actually came out, and they took them to his private dining area, and he went through the different course meal with them. Looked like it was a great, great meal. They had a good time. While they were there, Simone said, listen, I got some messy questions to ask y'all. Cecil and I are working on our book. So I have some questions. I need you guys' answers that's going to help me sort of, plan for the book or whatever. So they asked about, sex. Do you like a quickie or do you like, a marathon session? And, they answered the questions. They asked about masturbation. And of course, they answered those questions. Again, nothing spectacular, nothing that's going to make you be like, oh, really? That's what you got to say? Oh, really? What? I mean, Quad was like, I'm a single woman. I masturbate all the time, child. She said she like some good this and good that, a little bit of choking. Listen, who am I to judge? You like it, I love it. If between you and your man or the person you sleeping with, the question about your significant other having female, or your husband having female friends, and of course most of the women said no. And Simone said, I don't have a problem with female friends, and of course we know that was one of their major issues when her and Cecil were going through what they were going through. But what Simone was trying to explain to the ladies was, listen, my issue wasn't the fact that he had a female friend. My issue was she didn't respect boundaries. She said every woman in my relationship with my husband has to respect boundaries, whether it's his mama, his sister, his cousin, my mama, my sister, my cousin. There are going to be boundaries as it relates to my husband, and she didn't respect the boundaries. And I said, you know what? That makes sense, because it's not about whether your husband, you can have female friends. It's about understanding where the boundaries stop with those friendships, right? I've had that situation. I have a lot of guy friends, and I've had to deal with respecting boundaries when they're in relationships, and certainly when they're in marriages, and things that were cool when he was single or whatever, they're just not cool anymore. And I have to respect that and understand our relationship changes, and I have to respect certain boundaries of those relationships. Even when he says, nah, girl, it's cool, I have to be like, I can't listen to you, I'm listening to her. Right? I ain't listening to you, I gotta listen to her. And if she ain't cool with it, then that's who I gotta respect in this situation. Anyway, so then they got to talking about, what else did they talk about? Oh, being the head of the household, and is it a problem if the woman makes more money than the man? Which, of course, these women have that issue. Even the women like Toya, who doesn't necessarily make more than Eugene. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. I don't know. Her Married to Medicine check may be more than Eugene's salary. I can't say it isn't, but it's certainly comparable. And of course we know, Dr. Jackie, not Cecil, her husband was, he worked at in the school system, I think, before he retired. Now, I think at one point in time, maybe he played professional. He did some other stuff. I don't know nothing like that. But anyway, that's an issue. We know that that's an issue with a lot of these, in a lot of these relationships, So then the question was, what's the one thing about marriage that you wish you knew before? And they talked about the bad habits their husband had. A lot of it came down to them being neat and cleanly. Even Dr. Heavenly got in on it, which I was surprised Dr. Heavenly said anything negative about Daddy. But she said that, he just she said he just, wherever he step out of his drawers is where he leave him. He just leave him right there. She said when he cooked, he just leave everything right there. Most of it came down to them being clean and, like, picking up behind themselves as far as cooking and picking up behind themselves as far as their laundry, which is what most of it came down to. But that damn Toya says, the one thing I learned about my husband is that the penis doesn't get any bigger. Now, she didn't come right out and say her man had a small penis, but the insinuation is that her man had a small penis. Girl, were you that drunk that you forgot where you were and what was going on? Were you that drunk that you forgot that this is being filmed and going to be on television? Are you serious right now? Toya. And the reaction from the whole table let you know, girl. Child. So anyway, they finished up dinner, honey. And the last thing they got, instead of dessert, the last thing they got was stacks of ones because they was heading out to the script club, child. They was headed to the script club. And of course, in the limo on the way there, most of them were like, listen, my man don't care about me going to the strip club. Like, yeah, I'm going to tell him he don't care. And that's the thing. Most guys really don't care about this. Like, it ain't the same for guys. Most guys really don't care. The thing most of them was probably mad about was that they wasn't there with them to reap the benefits of them coming back horny, hot, and bothered after the script club. But anyway, they get down there. And, of course, Jackie is being Miss Jackie. She's there. She's going to take one for the team, but she could care less about these scrippers, okay? Contessa was all in, she was all in. Toya, everybody was all in, including Dr. Heavenly. They got Dr. Heavenly on stage and got her a little special dance with 4 or 5 of the guys, and they videotaped it. And y'all remember the big deal she made about when they went to the script club on one of their trips, and Dr. Damon had the stripper in his face. Oh, Lord, y'all know she pitched the bitch, Now, while Toya is on the phone with Eugene in the limo telling him they on their way to the script club, I'm sorry, let me go back a little bit. Child, and you can tell the ladies have been drinking. Child, Quad is in the background talking about some Eugene got a little dick. Eugene got a little dick. And Toya was like, wait a minute. My husband don't have no little dick. And they were like, girl, that ain't what you said earlier. That ain't what you said at dinner. Because again, that's the insinuation everybody walked away with, is that your man got a small penis. Okay? So now she got to try to clean it up. She said, well, it's big enough for my man. I mean, big enough for me. So then they asked the question, husband swap. Who would you swap husbands with? So here go Toya again. Well, I would swap with Anila's husband because he looked like he long, big and long. Girl, again, why are you talking about penis size? Like, poor Eugene. I mean, girl. So then we have this whole moment with the guys. They went to do kickboxing, and and basically they were just talking about how they can get along because, Eugene was getting along with Anila's husband and how they put their thing to the side. They had their beef and they over it. Okay, whatever. We don't care about the guys. So everybody goes back to the hotel room. Of course, it's 2 a.m. and they, drunk and had themselves a good time. So the next morning, Jackie's hosting breakfast. It's their little farewell. After breakfast, they're getting ready to get on their flight. And they somehow find a way to bring it back around because Dr. Heavenly asked Simone for that damn video of her on stage, and I'm sure she like Team Daddy don't need to see that, And Simone said, I tell you what, how about we invite you over to my house and we are going to show you the video and we're going to do it appropriately. We're going to show you how to appropriately create videos of content or whatever. And that was her way of working her way back around to this whole Dr. Heavenly thing. And Dr. Heavenly was like, Simone, girl, don't do that. Like, I'm tired of talking about it. I'm over it. We done beat this horse to death. But what she realizes is she finally apologizes to Contessa. She says, listen, It was never my intention. You know, I was never trying to hurt you with my video. And she did apologize, and she said, listen, I laugh at inappropriate moments, and, you know, going back to my childhood, I had a rough childhood, and I learned to be defensive. I learned to come at people before they come at me, or if somebody come at me, come at them harder. And so I know that sometimes it comes off very, you know, very much that I don't concern and that I don't, you know, I don't care. But, you know, and I'm not saying it, I'm not giving an excuse. I'm just saying this is just what it is. Now, I'm going to say this. All of that is true. But at the end of the day, Dr. Heavenly, you still don't give a damn, because you ain't stopped and you ain't changed, and you still do your reviews every week, and you still drag the hell out of them women that I find it thoroughly entertaining. But I'm with Toya on this one, when Toya was like, girl, she apologized all the time, and how am I supposed to feel any different? How am I supposed to respect that? And Dr. Heavenly said, well, my best apology is change behavior. But you ain't changed your behavior, Dr. Heavenly. And I'm going to just go ahead and tell y'all now, Dr. Heavenly said that she don't be meaning them apologies. That the only reason why she apologizes is because Daddy tell her to. So, listen. Heavenly mean what she say what she mean. And at this point, the ladies are just going to have to make a decision about whether this is somebody they choose to engage in a relationship with. And to be perfectly honest, at this point, it looks like it's only going to be Dr. Jackie, because Dr. Jackie don't pay her no attention. But Quad said point blank, if you continue to be disrespectful of our friendship, I'm going to disengage. I feel like Quad has disengaged, okay? Contessa, Simone, Toya, like, I don't know. Now, like I said, I find it entertaining, but at the end of the day, who would continue to deal with this? Anyway, that's the episode, child. Let me know what y'all think. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.